All right, Coach, it's a picturesque afternoon for football in the Northeast, and EA Sports comes to you from MetLife Stadium, just across the Hudson River from New York City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Jets. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They go play action here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number one from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ja'Kai Polite in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know is that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
To try again after the sack. Osweiler, this complete to Lockett. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Watch the run. That's big side.
Yep. X3, 218, chop.
Mike 3. Not today, you want. Not today.
Hey, Delta.
0-0, Mike.
Ready?
Osweiler going for it all. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out.
Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Five. Go.
After the interception, here's Osweiler. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Austin Hooper, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I-formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 24, Mariota rolling to his right. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
Chris Carson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Draw play. This is Carson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They go play action. Mariota sliding out of the pocket. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Slipped 1 tackle but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. 5-6 to Mike, boy. 56. Check.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. That's complete. It's Bell. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Mariota escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. That's caught at the 25. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 on the Seahawks 20-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4, Mariota forced out to his left. Herndon's got it complete. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That's it. Big hit.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Mariota now. Flush to his right. He's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Ready?
51 to Mike, boy. 51.
Don't let him breathe. Look at me. Zipper. Hey, orbit.
On 3rd down, Osweiler. Being chased out left.
You ain't going nowhere.
It's caught. Lockett. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Not that time for Watkins, but it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Check 9, check 9.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 3, 3, 3.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Throw complete to Herndon. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
1, 1, 1.
Check, check, check.
1, 1, 1.
Mike's 49. Smoke. Mike's 49.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Big series right here.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
Right there in the middle. 55. So we got man.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mariota eluding the pressure right. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 46-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm here all day.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Wow.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Out right here to Herndon. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Check 50. Blue Jack Quarkers. Blue Jack Quarkers.
3.
Switch.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's get it.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Go.
Get it. On 3rd and 1, Osweiler. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, man, watch the boot.
Ready?
From the shotgun, Osweiler. And finding the tight end, Hooper. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
3 down. Mike 3. Combo. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Hey, exit.
3.
Hey.
3. You're trapped. 0-0, Mike 3.
Hit it.
Here's Osweiler. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Mike 51. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Hey, wahoo.
51 to Mike.
Now.
Throwing again, Osweiler. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try to go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Mike 49.
One.
Put on offense. Let's go. Exit. Mike 49. Here we go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota caught here by Bell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
22 yards. Let's go for Jets. 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
49.
From the gun, Mariota. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Mariota now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mariota. And it'll be intercepted. intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
We can't be stopped. You see me out here? That's right. We can't be stopped.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
50 seconds. Check that out.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Now Carson fumbles the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny, and he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Osweiler. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he gets this all the way inside the Jets' 20 into the red zone. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Carson, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Here we go. Set. Turn 2 stop.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go.
Hey. Get it.
To throw is Osweiler. This complete to Lockett. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
It's now second and 6 at their 48-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Mariota flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this. It's caught inside the 25. A gain there of 30 big ones. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Cameron Meredith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Check 52. Shoot.
Hey, lock it. Snap.
Here's Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Read. Look at me. Go.
Rush in.
Defense.
On second down, here's Penny. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Escaping the pressure right. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. This is Carson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Block it.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now it's Carson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Bravo! Pilot, 64, weak. Go.
Osweiler. And that's complete to Adams. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week. But maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Kill. Check 31. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Yes. Get it.
They run it with Carson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Myers' kick is good, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Cameron Meredith, 78 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own
Let's go.
25-yard line.
Ready up.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First down, Seattle.
Here we go.
Osweiler now, 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's first and 10. From the gun, it's Osweiler. This one into the hands of Metcalf. That one goes for 24 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
Ready.
57, come on.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Right up.
Now it's intercepted. There he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a jet touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. That means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around.
Very boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Let's go, fellas.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Tackle. Mike.
Go.
51. Mike 51.
Go.
Off the play fake. Here's Osweiler. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Hey, Zoo.
51 to Mike, boy. 51.
Yep. Zoo.
Here's Osweiler. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, Delta. Get it.
Now it's Osweiler. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Davante Adams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
We got this.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. He finds his target. It's Schultz. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's got Herndon, his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. Mariota now from the 50. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. A very important extra point there, up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Five. Go.
Osweiler to throw. And And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it's third down. The Seahawks on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll try the right side here with Penny. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets...
The Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quinnen Williams picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
Look at me, zipper! Hey, Orbit!
Throwing on second and long. Osweiler. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check it out, read.
Go! Hey, Foxtrot! Hey!
I got you, Pop. Hey, Mike 51.
Hey!
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Now Osweiler. Got some room at the 30. It's caught here by Adams. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Let's go.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Hey, team 6.
51, Mike 51. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now!
Lotion.
Let's go!
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here we go! 60 outlaw!
51, Mike.
Hey, exit!
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. He's coming. We got double up.
Yes!
On second and 11 now. Osweiler He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Check, 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 check.
Check 13. Check 13. Go.
On first down, Carson, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Shit, watch the shit.
Hey, wahoo!
Whip. Watch the whip.
Go.
Play action. It's Osweiler. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Bravo.
He's checking. Cracks. 57 to Mike.
Yep.
57 to Mike.
Get.
Now Osweiler. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with the defender right there.
Ready.
They'll try to run with Carson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
General West.
57. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Under 10.
They run again with Carson. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Hey, watch it.
Now.
On 3rd down, it's Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Seahawks, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.